What is going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Rant Pod. Just a little quick show over here. I was seeing the breaking news. Michael Carrick has been announced as the assistant manager for Manchester United till the end of the season. All agreed. All deal agreed in principle. Um, for Carrick to become the interim manager until the end of the 25-26 campaign. Honestly, he was my preferred choice for the interim. I would have liked it if Ineos were more competent and hired a manager that would be able to take over from now. But then again, the options aren't really there. At least Carrick will be here to the end of the season. One thing for sure is we're not we're out of all cups, so we've got nothing to play for. Carrick's just going to take over until June, and then probably will hire a new manager come the end of the season. I hope it's a manager. I hope it's a manager that can get us over the line. I hope it's a manager that can come in and really take this club to the next level. But then again, you still have the incompetent Ineos and the Glazers right behind them. So yeah, I don't really have much to say in terms of what I think of Carrick. I just think he's the right guy for now. We'll see what happens to the end of the season. I don't really have any aim for this football club going forward. I don't really have any expectation. I don't have any hope for the rest of the season. Top four is it's pointless to me. I just don't see the point of getting top four. I just don't see the point of us getting Champions League football for next season. This football club just ain't it for Champions League football. And I'll be honest with you, at this rate, my only hope is that United fans just unite and protest against Ineos and the Glazers. I'm not really bothered about the rest of the season now. I'm not really bothered about the games. As long as United just end the season in a relatively respectful position, I would take it. I would take it. I'm not gonna ask for United to finish in the top half of the table and say, oh, let's just keep Carrick. Oh, let's just do this, let's do that. No, I'm not asking United to get Europe at all next season. I don't think Europe is even good enough for this football club next season. Anything that wakes this fan base up, that gets the Glazers and Ineos on how do you say it? If anything that can get United fans fired up and ready to protest against these people, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. If it means losing is fine. Because at this rate, I just think our season's done. Our season's scrapped. Yes, I wanted Amarim out. I was not an Amarim fan. I don't think he was good enough for the football club. But I still think they sacked him for the wrong reason. They sacked him because he called out the board. And I don't agree with that. Although I do agree with the sacking, I don't agree with the decision of why they sacked him. But it's more so the results rather than what he did, rather than he called out the board. I mean, nowadays you have Ineos, you have the Glazers. You can't say anything against them, otherwise you're gone. If it was Pep at Man City, Pep would be backed. Pep's going to get his players. Pep's going to get anyone that he wants. Pep's going to get support from the owners. Why? It's because Pep's done so much for Man City. The fact that Amarim is calling out Ineos and the Glazers for their incompetence indirectly, saying that the board should do their job, the sporting directors should do their job, he's not wrong. They should be doing their job. They should be. But then again, what happened? They sacked him for that alone. Do I agree with that? No, not at all. I don't agree with why they sacked him, or for the reason that they sacked him. Do I think he should have been sacked? Yes, because of the results, not because of what he did. And for me, I think this club's a mess. It's a mess. And look, Carrick's going to come in and try and stable the ship. And at the end of the day, I didn't mind it. That was my preferred interim option. Anyways, over Solskjaer. If I had to pick between Solskjaer and Carrick, it's Carrick for me, not Solskjaer. Solskjaer would have been like, okay, do you know what? I wouldn't have minded Solskjaer until the end of the season, but not for the real manager, not for the permanent manager job, not for the permanent manager. I think for the at least interim to the end of the season, I'm like, okay, do you know what? Fair enough, whatever. The season's over. Nothing left to play for. Top 4 is done. We're not going to get top 4. I don't think we should get it. I don't think we deserve it even. None of these players are good enough for top 4. Not that I even want it, but it's just a mess, bro. It's just a mess. I don't think, Mark. I don't think it's the. I don't think he was hired because, as a permanent manager. He's not a permanent manager, bro. He's an interim manager. He's an interim manager to the end of the season. I don't think he'll be here beyond the season. I don't think he'll stay beyond the season. And you know what? I'd rather to the end of the season. I don't really care what happens after that. I'm more worried about summer transfer window now. We're not going to sign anyone this summer transfer window. We're not going to sign anyone now. We're not gonna make any moves going forward. The only aim I have for this season is just for United fans to go to Old Trafford and empty the fucking stadiums. But they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. I don't really care what happens now. Carrick is what you call the perfect interim manager option for me. Whether we win games or not, it's irrelevant now. I'm just done. I'm lost for words. I know I'm saying a lot of things that I mix my words up a bit, but I'm a bit lost. I'm a bit lost. Where's the sense of direction for the football club? Where's the sense of what's the direction? Where are we headed? Where's this football club actually headed? Where are we going? Because I just at this rate I just don't know anymore. I just don't know anymore. I just don't know who's gonna take over. I don't know what's gonna change. Who's gonna go? Who's gonna get sacked? Who's gonna come in? That's what I'm more stressed about. Not the results to the end of the season now. Not the results from now to the end of the season. That's not my worry no more. My worry is what happens after that. So what happens after the season? The season's completely done and it's null and void, dusted now. It's over. We're not doing anything. We're not winning anything. We can't win anything. Our season's completely dead. Top 4 is only going to keep the Glazers for here longer. Going to keep the Glazers here longer because why? The Champions League money goes into their pockets. That's their aim for this football club, getting Champions League. They don't care about anything else. Their aim for this football club is to get Champions League. And if you want that, then you're a Glazers in my opinion. I don't want top 4. I don't want the Glazers to be here. I want the Glazers gone. Do whatever it takes to get them gone. Yeah, cancel games if you have to. I'm tired of Man United fans telling me that, we need to qualify for Champions League. We need to get better players. When have the Glazers ever spent when we're getting Champions League? When was the last time the Glazers properly spent on Champions League football? When was the last time they spent in Champions League? When? Somebody tell me. The last time they properly ever spent money was Louis van Gaal's reign. They spent 200 million back-to-back summers. Then Mourinho's first season, they came in and brought Pogba and Zlatan. That was a good window. That was a good window. That was a window that I thought, all right, this is good. This is definitely going to take us to the next level now. We signed a world-class midfielder. We signed a striker that's going to score us goals. We signed Mkhitaryan, a decent player from Dortmund. Even Eric Bailly, who was a decent player at Villarreal at the time, good signings. But what do we go and do? After that, we get Champions League. We bring Lukaku in. All right, that was a good signing at the time. We bring Victor Lindelof, who, let's be real, has been shit. Now he's gone to Aston Villa. Who else? Who else did we sign that year? We brought Ibra back on a free. All right, fair enough. Who else did we sign that season? Nemanja Matic. And then we signed Alexis Sanchez in January. What have we done since then? And then the following season, we qualify for Champions League again under Mourinho. They bring in Lee Grant, Fred, and Diogo Dalot. Diogo Dalot is one of the worst players that have ever played for this football club, and God knows why he's still here. God knows why he's still at this football club. Yeah, he should be sold. He should be gone. He should be the first player out the door this summer. He should be the first player on that chopping block this summer. Right? This is what I'm trying to say. When have the Glazers ever cared or spent in the Champions League? This is not the aim for this football club going forward to get Champions League. The aim for this football club is to win Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues. Qualifying for Champions League is not an aim. It's not an achievement to qualify for Champions League. The only way you're ever going to win the Champions League is to get these guys out, because they're not going to spend when we win the Champions League. If you want to win the Champions League, you need serious owners to get to back you and drive you forward. You're not going to win the Champions League with the Glazers and Ineos. You're not going to win the Champions League with these two. You're not going to win the Champions League with Glazers and Ineos at the helm. There's no chance. So if you want to win it and you want to qualify for it, get serious owners that will help. That will back you and are serious enough to win it. Cool. The last time we won it, 2008, the Glazers were here, but look at the team we had: Ronaldo, Rudy, Tevez, Scholes, Giggs, Vidic, Ferdinand, Evra, Van der Sar. I could go on and on. Hargreaves, Carrick, who's the interim manager now. You know, I can go on and on and on about the players we had then compared to what we have now. If these guys are not gonna back you and spend money to get Champions League or to get far in the Champions League, because what have we done since? What have we done in the Champions League? Since then, we've got knocked out in the round of 16, been knocked out in the group stages twice or three times, got knocked out, went to the Europa League, won it once, lost two Europa League finals, won one, and it's just the same cycle over and over again. It's just the same cycle. So you're not going to win the Champions League with the current owners. You're never going to win it with the current owners. You're going to win it with a serious group of owners that will care and that will spend money and will drive you on to win that Champions League and to win Premier League and to win cups and to win such and such. You know, if the Glazers were to come in, if the Glazers were to come out and say, we're leaving the football club, and the new owners are going to come in and say, all right, we're gonna take charge from here, and our aim is to get top 4 for this season. That's fine. Because you have owners that are willing to win the Champions League. The Glazers will not want to win the Champions League. The Glazers are just here for the Champions League money. They're just here to collect money as we go. There's a reason United played that post-season friendly last season to get the extra 10 million that the Glazers needed to pay Adidas for missing out on Champions League. It's the consequences we have to suffer. You know? At this point, I can't even tolerate qualifying for Champions League. In our current state, we can't even compete for it. What's the point for money to the league? Exactly. This is my point, bro. Big up to you, Bossa Blue. Hope you're good, man. Hope you're blessed. Oh yeah, I saw the Bruno Fernandes hacker, man, and trust me, if that happens, yeah, if what he says actually influences the shit to go on, then yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen, obviously. I'm not gonna say it though. At least the whole world knows how rubbish his frauds are. Who follows after Chelsea? We are bloody man. We set the standards. Facts. We're out of both cups. We're out of both cups. We're now not in, we're not even in Europe this season. We lost our one and only ever final we had under Ruben Amorim, and I did call it. It was going to be his one and only ever final because he was going to get sacked. The state we're going in. We lost to Grimsby. We lost to fucking Brighton in the third round of the season. If we were never going to win we were never going to win the cup. Even though that was my aim. My aim was to win the cups. But listen, we're out. We can't win anything no more. The season's null and void in my opinion, unless things change. Unless somehow miraculously, new owners come in and buy the football club and say, all right, we're going to take over from here. And our aim is to get Champions League football for next season so we can build the squad to get to go on. I would do that. I will take that. I will celebrate that. And that's the one time I will celebrate it. Not more. Nothing after that. I will not celebrate it after that. Because why? It's not a trophy. I'll only celebrate it because the new owners are going to come in and set a new standard and for everything else. Whether that happens, I don't know. Yeah, bro. It was a joke after Grimsby Town. It was a joke. It was a joke after that. That should have been the day United called off the season. Seriously. Shouldn't have allowed anything further onwards. Should have allowed it. I'll be real. Should have been null and void since then. But what do we know now? What do we know now? Ineos aren't going anywhere. The only action is forced and shutting down football games. That's my aim for the rest of the season, Mark. That's my aim for the rest of the season, bro. I don't care about winning games no more. Let's just sacrifice the season now because I don't care about Champions League football no more. I only care about it if new owners are going to come in and take over from here. I don't only care about it if new owners are going to come in and say, all right, we need Champions League so we can get better players for you. Sure, then I'll take that. I won't take it for Ineos and the Glazers no more. We've had enough top 4 Champions League. We've had enough of all that. And what have they done since then? Done nothing. Since Ineos have come in 15th place, we're currently 8th. Bro, where are Nice in the table for them? You know? Where are Nice? They're literally, 14th in the table in Ligue 1 or something? So I just told you all you need to know. Let's just be honest. Just when you think we know or we have an idea of what we're doing, we throw it away. Yeah. Like I said, bro, I didn't agree with what they sacked Amram for, but I agree. But I think he should have been sacked purely based on the results, not because of what they did, not because of Ineos. So what Ineos did. I don't agree with sacking with the Ruben Amram because of what he said. That's not right. That's not right. That's not right. I think you should have sacked him because of the results, not because of what he said. They weren't even in the mud like Chelsea, Liverpool. We're worse. We're finishing 15th is even worse, bro, and losing a European final to Spurs. But then again, it goes back to my point on Champions League. My hope is the Glazers momentum builds, and when it does, becomes very effective. When United spend money, they shut up. We need to be on top of it. Bro. They're literally waiting for February 1st to protest, which makes absolutely zero sense to me. 0 cents. The Manchester Derby is literally this weekend. You have the cameras, you have the broadcasting, you have everything there at the game. It's a 12:30 p.m. kickoff. The first thing you need to be doing is protesting on that day, not even entering the ground. That Manchester Derby will be a statement. If you can get that game called off, that will be a statement. Like how we did against Liverpool, like how we did for Liverpool during lockdown. We got that game called off. AC Milan's owners, what did they do? Sorry, AC Milan's fans, what did they do? They went and protested, emptied their stadiums, left a banner in the grounds. Their owners changed. They won the league. AC Milan ended up winning the league. They won the league. Their first season after lockdown, they won the league. So Milan fans have some set of standards. They've sacked 3 managers. 3 managers already since what's his name? Pioli. And look at them now. They're trying to win the league again. They don't have Europe. They're trying to win the league. Manchester United Football Club should not have been looking at this season saying, "All right, we're gonna try and get top 4." We have 1 game a week. The focus should have been league, cups. League and the cups. The league and the cups. Rant was also sacked due to the words against the borderless pattern. Yeah, bro, because they're easily offended. Bunch of children these lot are. I also don't buy into the Amram didn't get back. Spent almost 80 million on Sesko. Could have gotten 40 million pound players or 60 million, 20 million. Bro, yeah. Amram was backed. People are still trying to blame the players. Sesko's a new player. And Mbuemo's a new player. Ahmad just became a first-team player, full-time first-team player last season. Amram was there. Who else? Cunha, new player. Lamens, new player. Dorgu, new player. Delic just came last season. Mazraoui just came last season. Euro just came last season. Martinez been here for time. All right, Casemiro been here for time. Bruno been here for time. So you've only had Luke Shaw, Maguire. These guys have been players that have been there for some time. Mason Mount been there for 3 seasons. He's been here for 3. He's his 3rd season now. All right. Xerxes been here last season. Oh yeah, Dalot as well. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, Dalot as well. Another one. This is what I'm trying to say. There's so many players there that are new players. How are people still blaming the players? How? And this just comes to my point. They don't want to hold the manager accountable for anything. Sure, the blame doesn't have to go to the manager. It can go to everyone else. I agree. It's a football club. It's Manchester United, not Ruben Amorim, not the players. It's a collective unit, and this is why I always say, if you can't hold everyone else accountable, then how will you fix the mistakes that this football club's made? You have to hold everyone accountable, whether they're new, whether they've been here for time, whether they've been a loyal employee to you. It doesn't matter. Criticism is warranted for everyone and each and every single person at this football club, no matter who's been involved, no matter who it is. Let's get to my other comments. Sorry about that, people. The way we spent money is why they need to go. Yeah. I remember taking the piss of the formation stage and he was never close to the job. True. The fact that he played a back four against Newcastle in the first half, still got a 1-0 lead at halftime, threw on the academy players. He tried to throw away that game. Amram's been trying to throw away games since he's joined because he was trying to make a statement at times. And I didn't agree with that. I didn't agree with that. Madrid have standards that's different grade. Bro, Real Madrid sacked. I don't think they sacked him. I think he resigned. I think he just left. Big up, Sankit. Yeah, he was backed. He was backed for sure. He was backed. They've not gotten anything right. The only person in that football club that's only competent in his position is Vivel. Vivel is the only guy I trust in this whole entire board. Vivel is that one guy that I trust. Jason Wilcox was actually doing well with the academy, but then he got promoted to sporting director. He got promoted to like a sporting director role. What good is that? What good has that done for us? What good has that done for United? It's not done anything. It's not done any good. It's not done any good at all. Yeah, Luke Shaw, I mentioned him already. Rashford price 30 million. He's gonna go. They're gonna buy him apparently. I heard that Barca are gonna buy it. Yeah. Time to call out the board. No one cares about Carrick. He's the fall guy. I care about Carrick, but at the end of the day, I don't want him to be the permanent manager after that. Steve Holland, Jonathan Woodgate, Johnny Evans, Travis. Wow. Jonathan Woodgate, you know. These players too. Some of these players have seen the manager after manager after manager. Bro, Luke Shaw, he survived 8 fucking managers. 8 managers since he's been here. Van Gaal, Mourinho, Oli, Ralph Rangnick, Michael Carrick, Eric Ten Hag, Ruben Amorim. Who else? Ruud van Nistelrooy. This guy's been here for 8 managers. 8 managers, and he's still here. How is Luke Shaw still here? How is he still at the football club? It's a joke. It's an absolute disgrace. Let them do it, bro. I don't care. Let them win. I don't give a shit, bro. I don't give a shit. Aaron's love affair with Dalot and Bruno's finally come to an end, but they're still playing. Bro, I'll be real with you. Bruno's our only guy. Bruno's the only guy. You can't. There's no one else. If you had a replacement for Bruno, I'd get it. But you don't have a replacement for Bruno, so literally, who else? you know. But Dallo should be gone. Dallo should be dropped. When Mazraoui comes back from AFCON, I don't want to see Dallo in the starting lineup. It should be Dorgu left back and Mazraoui right back. That's what it should be. Dallo should be dropped. Hey, there's still time to sell him now. It's a January window. Fucking sell him. And buy a new right back. But they're not going to do that. Because, whatever. Sorry, bro. I won't be discussing Xabi Alonso too much on this show, but I'll discuss it on a football show. This is about United now. Sorry. And guess what? We're back. Counter-attack FC, Moments FC, Hopeful Long Ball FC, bro. Oh man, yeah. Dallo's defending is awful. Literally, go back and watch the Brighton goal. Literally, go watch the Brighton goal, the first goal. Yeah, on Luke from his side, bro. I could go back to the Newcastle League Cup game two seasons ago. We lost 3-0 at home. 2 goals came from Diogo Dallo's side. The guy can't defend. I don't know how people haven't been seeing this for time. They just care about the passion. Bro, fuck the passion. If you don't have the quality, you don't deserve to be here. You don't have the quality, so you shouldn't be here. He's not good enough. He's never been good enough. Same with Shaw. Get an 18-year-old in, yeah. When Dallo got loaned out to AC Milan, that should have been the year we sold him for good. He should have never played. He should have never even sniffed a fucking minute after that. He should have been sold since that time. Should have just sold him the moment he got loaned out to Milan. Why was he brought back? You know? It's not about an 18-year-old, bro. Just get someone proven and get someone good enough. I don't care about it. I don't care about the age. It could be someone who's 31 years old. It could be good enough for 2-3 years. Bring him in. At this rate, bro, I care about what we do now rather than 5 or 6 years. I don't care what we do in 6 years' time. It's about what we do this season. In 6 years' time, we'll plan for that season. It's a joke we haven't spent. A blind man could see that we needed a 6. Like we aren't even trying to loan someone. Say what you want about Conor Gallagher. At least they got that depth now. True. I don't rate Conor Gallagher, but Tottenham did their business. Tottenham done their business. At this rate, you might as well just kept Ruben Amorim to the end of the season, even though I was Amorim out. Even though I'm Amorim out, at this rate, you might as well keep him to the end of the season. Because what's going to change? Sure, he deserved to be sacked. At this rate, you might as well keep him. You might as well. Who are you going to hire now? And I hope the manager market's good in the summer because I want to see someone come in and really change the football club going forward. I want to see intent of trying to go for a good manager. I don't care if Luis Enrique is under contract. Go up to him, try and ask him if he's good enough. Or not good enough. If he wants to join United. I didn't even say good enough. Of course he's good enough. He's a great manager. What am I saying? My bad. What I meant was see if he's available. If he wants to join United. If not, move on to the next. Plan A, Plan B, Plan C. You need to have a plan for every manager that you shortlisted for the summer. Whether that's, God knows who, Nagelsmann after the World Cup or something. Whether that's Glasner, whether that's whether this lot want to keep Carrick. Whatever it is, whoever manager you bring in, you need to have a plan. You need to have a plan for them. And whether I agree with the appointment or not is a different opinion, different point. Different point. It's a joke that we haven't spent. Oh no, never mind. Sorry, I don't want to read. Sell Dallo and bring Munoz in the summer and sell Shaw and sign under DeMarco Robinson. I hear you, bro. Good points. Good point. Sacking everyone. Let's let the managers know Ineos are frauds. A hard way back. Yeah. Yep. It just tells you that they can't take a word of criticism. The moment Amorim started calling them out indirectly in the press conference, that you knew that was the moment he got sacked. You knew that was it. You knew he was gone. You knew he was finished from that day. You can only do one deal at a time. Bro, we're slow. We're not going to sign anyone. Would you take the Zerbi? Big up ASCOS. Sorry, bro. Big up to you, bro. The Zerbi? No. I want someone that's gotten over the line. I want somebody that's gotten over the line. I want somebody that knows how to get over the line. I want somebody that can actually take this football club to a level where I'd say, all right, it's respectable for now, and then we'll see what we do seasons on. But what we do now is important as well, and I hope someone can come in and take us to the next level. I would prefer Nagelsmann. Nagelsmann's one of my options. I agree. I think Nagelsmann's in there. I think Glasner as well. Fabregas, maybe. Fabregas, possibly. But I don't think Fabregas will be good enough for United. Fabregas will not be on par with the standards. He won't be. Nagelsmann, Glasner. Nagelsmann is one I would take, though. I think Nagelsmann's a good one. I was very surprised Bayern sacked him at the time for Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel didn't do well in the Champions League. I think Nagelsmann was the one that they should have kept at the time. There was a giant clusterfuck. I remember I missed the back four most suitable. Midfielders will expose our attackers. True. We are. But at least they're back now. Even though I would prefer them to win the AFCON or try and get far at least to the final. I rate Shea Lacey. I really do. But whatever happened, should have tried to at least keep his composure. I understand it's late in the game, it's getting to his head. I can see the passion is there. I can see that he was trying. But in the heat of the moment, should have been careful, man. Shouldn't have thrown the ball. Should have been more careful. He knew the referee. He was on a yellow card. The referee was right there. He knew he was going to get himself sent off, man. That was it. Look, but I still think he's good. I still think he's a good player. I rate him. I think he'll come good. Hopefully, he can learn from this, man. Because I really rate the kid, and I obviously gotta feel sorry for him, but I at the end of the day, it's a learning curve. Learning curve. Yeah, I agree. I don't think De Zerbi will be good. They want a yes man, though. I forget to mention this. They want a yes man. They want someone that will align and agree with everything the board does. I rate Inzaghi. Actually, Inzaghi is one of my top two options. Inzaghi's you know what? If he doesn't play a back four, if Inzaghi doesn't want to play a back four, if Inzaghi plays a back four, I'll take him. I don't want another back three because I don't think the club will go and sign players suited for a back three or a 3-4-3 formation. And I would much rather United play with wingers because we have Mbeumo, Ahmad. These guys are wingers. Cunha is a winger. If you want to unleash these guys, you want to get the best out of these guys, you have to play them in the rightful positions, right? These guys are not 10s, they're wingers. So I would rather they play on the wings and play a wing formation. Back four, back four will do. Back four. Quit Maya going for Tuchel off his contract until the World Cup. No, I don't think so. I don't think he'll join. And he's not a yes man either. They would rather a yes man, bro. And I'll be honest with you, bro. That's not the option I don't think they'll want. It's always that yes man that they'll always want. Someone like a Solskjaer, because he was a yes man, even though you knew that he wasn't he didn't agree with it. He didn't agree with a lot what the board wanted. He was a yes man at the time. Now you've seen the stuff that he said about Ineos and the Glazers. Oh, sorry, excuse me, not Ineos, just the Glazers. That he wanted certain players and they didn't give him. And look, Solskjaer made mistakes. That's why he should have been sacked. He didn't win anything. It's all good getting second and third, but if you don't win anything with it, it's irrelevant. But he was a manager that kind of steadied the ship a bit, and I'll kind of be slightly grateful for that, but it wasn't good enough at the end. His experience got exposed. His in-game management, big game management didn't work. Every season is the same shit. Sign 3 quality players. Throughout the season, they fall into mediocre and don't run for the shirt. and us as fans, excuse me, my bad, not US, and us as fans have to suffer every time. Yeah. But we're always gonna suffer with these guys though in jar. Let's be real. We're always gonna suffer. Enrique's my number one flick. Yeah. I want Enrique, but Enrique is not gonna leave PSG yet. I don't think he'll leave. I'll be honest with you. I have a feeling he might not leave yet. Even though you know what, you could still try and interview him and ask him for the job, but I still don't think he'd run. He'd come to the Prem yet. I think what he's doing at PSG will not want to let him go that easily. But it's up to Enrique at the end of the day. I would like Enrique though, still, bro. I would like Enrique. Conte and Roy Keane, the players will crap themselves, bro. This generation ain't gonna deal with what do you call these people. They're gonna call him they're gonna call him toxic. Because they won't be able to handle criticism like Garnacho did. He was a baby. He was a crybaby. Yeah, Garnacho, I'm glad he's gone. He's useless. Nagelsmann was the ideal for United, bro. Get me anyone that can get me football club over the line. Anyone that can get my football club over the line, whether it be a Nagelsmann, even if Thomas Tuchel was in it. Thomas Tuchel, Enrique, Nagelsmann, whatever it is, Glasner, I don't care. Get someone that can get my football club over the line. But biggest priority, protest against these fucking crap owners, please. That's what we need. Ole got sacked from Watford for a good reason, and the player he had back then aren't the same players we have now. We can't long ball that shit to Rashford. Yeah. No, I'm talking about Bale amount. Sure, I agree with that. Yeah. And it was more like a friend rather than a manager. He was not really a tactician. It was more Carrick handling the tactics. And McKenna was their training coach. Ole never did the training. It was just him being that best friend to every player. He was never really a good manager. He was a good manager, but he was never a good manager, football manager. And that's what you need. You need a winner. You don't need nice guys. Nice guys don't always win. You need a winner. And cool, Ten Hag had the potential to, but he dug his own grave. He made really poor decisions down the stretch, and that's what got him, and that's what cost him the sack. I would have loved it if Ten Hag succeeded, because Ten Hag was my dream manager at the time. But after Ole left, I was like, "Yo, get Ten Hag in. This guy seems like a manager that's gonna be the one." Things fell apart, man. If Ineos bring in Xavi, what's your reaction, bro? I don't know. Xavi's, I wouldn't mind Xavi either, but then again, is Xavi experienced enough for the United job? Is he gonna do? Because you know what it is. Cool, Barca's a bigger club and a better club than United, right? But the pressure at United is crazy at the moment. I'd say Barca has more pressure, but will he be able to handle the pressure of bringing United back to the top? I don't know. When Xavi took over Barca, he had a good squad in front of him. He had Lewandowski, he had Frenkie de Jong, he had Pedri, he had Gavi, he had some good players. He brought up some players as well. He brought up some young players. He was the one who brought up Lamine Yamal. And sure, I would hope that he can come in and do the same with United, but I just don't know, man. I just don't know. If you don't give him the resources, he won't succeed. So maybe not. There are some managers that need resources right away, and there are some managers that can get resources on their own. And if you don't back them with the resources, they won't succeed. And that goes the same for every manager that comes to United, whether you're experienced, whether you're inexperienced. If you don't have the resources, you can't succeed. Back to what's going on here? Enrique for the new Real Madrid manager in the summer. No. But he will not go to Real Madrid because of Barcelona connections. I think Real Madrid will try and tempt Klopp. For some reason, I have a funny feeling Real Madrid are going to try and tempt Jurgen Klopp to join them. I don't know why. And if they get Jurgen Klopp, they're going to go win it. They're going to go on a rampage. They're going to go win a lot of stuff. Let's just get Oli in. We'll cheer up the players and just get on with it, man. I want to win trophies. These players have proved that they don't have mentality this summer. No. No more Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. You don't go back to former managers. You don't bring back former managers. Carrick was only a manager for 3 games. I'll be real, so it's fair. You don't have great potential. Heaven, Shea, Lacey, and Buemo Ama just need a few new midfield. No players over 25. No, I think I think we need players over 25, bro. You need experience, bro. Mark. And you want and young players can't succeed without a manager. Sorry, you need players that will help experience, will give experience to these young players, and that's what you need, bro. And you can't succeed without without experience. England couldn't bring in toilet paper right now. Facts, they won't be able to do that. They can't bring in anyone. Interim's more financially viable for them. That's why they'd rather go for an interim now. Although there is Chabi available, there is some managers available out there that can probably try and come in and do something and fix it up now. But I don't know, man. We'll see. Run for like 10 minutes and we'll close out, people. The sole fact we consider Oli for the job again is sackable because he loves the club and play for the club. Then got sacked and went to another league. Went to another league, got sacked from there. Yep. Like I said, nice guys, you don't always win with nice guys. You need a proven winner, and you can't do that. I agree, mate. We need someone who's done it. Set the standards on the pitch, and everything else will fall into place. But we can with the manager who has still standards. The tools. Ineos, fucking no. Yeah, Ineos are the one. Ineos will be literally the door you have to open to get that. You know, how would you say it? You can't open a treasure box without the key. That's how I'll sum it. And Ineos have hidden the key. They've hidden it with the Glazers. Once, like I said, a new ownership comes in, or hopefully a new ownership can come in someday. I don't know. Somehow, some miracle could happen. I don't know when or how. They'll bring the key with them, and that's the key to unlock the treasure for United. Let's be real. Jose was the one that we should have backed. That was the guy to have gotten us back to the top again. That was the guy, man. Even LBG was another one. Like, while we here, De Gea, what was the point? The season we let him go, won the Golden Glove. Bro, exactly, man. Can't run up Jose Many to go to Portugal win the World Cup. Hey, listen, I would love that. But Portugal should have hired Jose, man. They had the chance to do that, but they didn't. Now he's at Benfica. Leave him on in Manchester. Oh, big up to you, man. Have a safe flight, have a safe trip, and yeah, enjoy your trip, man. And yeah, just enjoy the time, enjoy the weather, enjoy everything, man. Hopefully we win the game for your sake, then I guess. But like I said, if there's a protest, I want you to be in that protest, man. Big up to Mr. Joshy J. Everyone, make sure you guys go subscribe to Mr. Joshy J. Just search that right there. Just search that username right there. It's at Mr. Joshy J. Big up to you, bro. Hope you're blessed. Hope your channel's doing good, man. Hope everything's okay on your side as well. Big up, Sanked. Take care, my guy. Take care. But guys, it's been a good talk. Obviously, a solo show today. I enjoyed it. Maybe we might do some more solo shows soon. But hit the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 2 subs to 530. If you guys could get me 2 subs again. I was at 530, but I lost 2 subs. If you guys could get me that back again, that'd be great. We're trying to get to 550 before the start of February. If you can do that, people, that'd be great. So guys, 2 subs. If you guys could just get me 2 subs to 530 right now before we end the show or whatever it is, that'd be great. Just 2 subs to 530, and I'll take it, people. Big up everyone on this. Big up everyone inside. Big up everyone in the chat. Big up always. Anyone else in the chat that's here and I can plug their channels or whatnot. Not really, except for Mr. Joshy J. Everyone go subscribe to Mr. Joshy J and show him some love over there in this channel. Hope you're doing good, bro. Hope you're blessed. Yeah, man. Always, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you always being here, man. Appreciate you always being here. Those 2 subs that were left were showing down little facts. Nah, man. I love you, Mark, man. Big up to you, my guy. Bless up, man, every single time. Hey, Mark, if you ever free some time, bro, I'll bring you on the show, man. I'll send you the link. Just let me know your social media, whatever. I'll add you and I'll send you the link, bro. Just let me know any of your social media or whatever it is. I'll add you and then yeah, that's it. I'll bring you on the channel. If you have any, Instagram or Twitter or whatever it is, let me know. I'll add you and I'll bring you on. Just let me know, bro. Anytime. Big up to you, bro. Bless every single time, and bless everyone in the chat. who's been here and supported me throughout my time, because you know what it is. I always appreciate a comment, even a like. And if you guys could do that, let's get 15 likes on the video, guys. 15 likes and 2 subs to 530, guys. 2 subs to 530 at the moment. We're on the way to 600 subscribers and whatnot. But yeah, we're on the way there, people. But guys, appreciate you being here. Like I said, if you guys could get me 2 subs to 530, that'd be great. And yeah, the good times will come, but Ineos or shit, man. Yeah, bro, trust me, Ineos or shit. But Mark, like I said, leave me your Instagram handle, whatever it is. I'll add you and I'll bring you on the channel, bro. Bless every single time, bro. Bless up, man. People, take care. Ineos out, Blazers out, Carrick in. Kidding. Take care.